Okay, and welcome to part 2 of the Whizbang tutorial for the free-to-play player. Alright, so as you can see, I've already hit rank 15, so you're going to see a little bit tougher opponents than what you would see at rank 20. Could go casual, but we're not. We're actually taking Whizbang onto ladder. So, I'm also running something called an overlay. It will be on the right side of the screen. And that will show you, oh, there it is. It shows me exactly what the deck is, right? So I'm playing, literally, Murlocs against the worst deck to play Murlocs. But, doesn't mean it's impossible to win. Just means it's not the best deck. So, how do we do this? Well, we curve. What curve means is 1, 2, 3, and then we don't really have a 4. But we have enough stuff here to where that's all that matters, right? Now this is the art of curving. Curving is spending the most of your mana, like getting the most bang for your buck, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna play this guy because we just drew him off the top. The 1 mana minion, 1, 2, nothing but good stuff here. But we want the most bang for our buck, right? And here's how we get the most bang for our buck. So, we're gonna make this guy poisonous, right? Even though I just said most bang for our buck, check this out, right? Coin, play this guy. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Right, so he's probably gonna play a Murloc this turn because we gave him one with this card here. But all we're doing is curving out our mana, right? So that card, we're going to trade. We're going to make a trade here with our 3-2. And the reason why we're going to make a trade with our 3-2 is because we're going to make it really hard for him to kill this board now. Right? Trade that in. And then we go face. Now the reason why I traded there was because I want to protect this guy as much as I can. For the time being, right? We don't want him to just die. We got Mermy, which is annoying, and a Snip Snap. That doesn't really help. We're going face with everything, and we're going to hit him with the powerhouse, right? We're literally going to play Grimscale Murloc and Murloc War Leader to buff our Murlocs by attack, right? Yes, that is exactly what we're going to do. Or, we can go face for a Freight Train load. How do we go face with a Freight Train load? Because this card right here just made that possible for me, right? Because what this does is it resurrects on trading. So when I get Murlocs, it gives me more Murlocs that makes these Murlocs even better. It's really not that confusing, but it seems like it is, right? So we want to kill the mech. We want to prioritize the mechs over everything else. And the reason we want to prioritize the mechs here, and then we don't even want to do this, right? Because if he brawls, he's going on turn 5, right? So if he brawls this board, there's a good chance that it's going to clear everything. But we want to try to keep this guy somehow through that. So we're going to just pass our turn. And if the brawl clears, we still end up with 3 Murlocs on the board. Right? There's the brawl. Like clockwork. Alright, we lost our big guy. But now we have 4 Murlocs on the board. Right? And now, watch this. Ooh, that's really good. But we're gonna save him. Do we save him? Yeah, we save him, right? Play this, buff our Murlocs, play this, buff our Murlocs. We could have thrown this guy down too, but we don't want to. We just want to go face with as much damage as we possibly can because we're committed to winning the game at this point. He's at 3 health. Unless he finds a way to clear the board, which he totally can do, I win the game this turn. Right, okay. Okay, he executes that, that's fine. He's still dead. And that's how you play Murlocs. That deck that he was playing, by the way, is supposed to beat this deck. It's just having the knowledge. Now, you saw I had difficult decisions to make. Even when playing an aggro deck, you have micro decisions to make. And that was one big one. I actually play this deck, and I don't even have the full list, but I do play Murloc Shaman, and I'm very good at it. So Micro decisions are everything. Knowing when to save cards and hold cards. Just because there are two concepts to this game that are very hard to understand, you kind of have to develop, and this is what makes you a good player versus a bad player, or a good player versus a semi-par player. Sometimes it's not wrong to hold cards back. I specifically knew when to hold cards back because I knew what was coming. Oh no, it's the real bad deck. Alright, so what are we looking for in this deck? Honestly, I guess Zephyrus, right? We want Zephyrus, we want our Reno cards, really. So we want Zephyrus, and we want the Murloc Sir Finley Murgleton, or Sir Finley of the Sands. That's what we want. This is a control deck, it plays like a control deck, and there's no real win condition, like I said, so we're kind of just playing off the cuff here. Our card quality is actually really bad, and he has the quest that is really good against our deck as well. So we're just gonna hero power and pass. Not feeling too confident about this deck. I don't think this deck is good. I really don't think this deck is good at all.
Of course it's the right way.
Yikes. Alright. I think we just hero power here, right? Yeah. We kind of want to save this because if he goes wide, we can use this to clear minions, right? Because we have Sound the Bells. Sound the Bells is an echo spell, and if we wait till later in the game, we can use it to clear smaller boards.
Of course it's the right way.
Okay. He's pilfering, he's trading into a 1/1. Okay, so now's a good time to play Doomsayer. And we trade one in and then play this, right? So what that does is, if he finds a way to kill the Doomsayer and keep his minions alive, we still have some type of threat that he has to trade into. Or we can just kill his 2/1, right? So it's very unlikely that he can kill both, and it just gives us control of the board. And it also saves us 7 health. When you play Doomsayer, you can look at it like clears enemy board, or gives you 7 health, right? Because that's 7 damage that you're not taking to face. Which is very good. And even if he does kill it, we still have a play next turn with Wild Pyromancer, Flash of Light.
How much is this worth to you?
Okay, so you can clear the Doomsayer. Because that minion has Rush. Corn? Ugh, this is not looking good for me. Okay. Fair enough. Shirvala, you do, like, not a thing. We can't even clear. Like, this is why I say this deck is just... It is a really bad deck. And is, like, impossible to get really powerful turns. Now, Shirvala, you're probably looking at going, oh my god, it costs 25 mana. Yes, it does. But it costs 1 less mana for each spell you spend. So you kind of want to save your spells to spam them at certain junctures so that you can decrease the cost of Shirvala to basically be free. You want Shirvala for free, pretty much. Because playing Shirvala for free allows you to make a swing turn by, you know, buffing it. And I don't think we can win this game. Oh my goodness. We're going to take a lot of damage. So I think our best play is actually Card Set Defender because it heals us back from this ridiculous amount of damage we're about to take. We have healing, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. I'm going to play Card Set Defender here. Because if he trades the 4/4 into the 3/4 and then trades with his weapon into that, it means that I can clear this guy, and somebody else Wild Pyro, possibly, depending on what I get next turn. Alternatively, we can play this. Oh no, that is not okay. Wow. Wow, that just completed his quest. Yeah, I don't know how we're winning this. This deck is just really bad. Maybe if he trades badly here. Okay, he didn't trade badly. Okay, so that heals me, and then he deals a bunch of damage to my face. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna get there, but we gotta figure it out.
Too soon.
True Silver doesn't help. Okay. Praying for something. Okay, that's good. Clears this, play this, shrink this guy so that it's a 1/3. Alright. We have to get a new challenger in Pharaoh's Blessing online in order to even hope to get Shirvallah online at some point. And now his hero power, he gets a 3/2 dagger for free every turn, and he has so much value in his hand, it's disgusting. So I still have no clue how we win this game. Pretty much, Zephyrus is the only thing that's saving us this game, right? We have to find Sir Finley, and is Zephyrus? Yeah, okay, Zephyrus is in the deck. We have to find Sir Finley, and we have to find Zephyrus. This couldn't have been a worse matchup for us. This deck is literally the hardest counter to this deck because they just gain so much value. Did this guy quit? What happened? While it would be hilarious if we win this game from this. Oh, okay.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocate.
Oh,
Unity. Precision.
gross.
Primitive.
Gross. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, so I think he either disconnected or just quit the game. I think he disconnected. Alright. Well, this is really good for us now.
Who are you?
Because he quit, I guess.
Winds of the south. Come to my aid.
We're gonna go ahead and get Wind Fury and Divine Shield.
Last warning. Primitive.
Rise of lightning!
We don't want a hero power because we have 6 minions. One more means we hit maximum minion board potential. So, it's that. Yep, we win. I don't know what happened. I guess he disconnected. We should not have won this game. But we did. So there's that. He's a dead boy. Alright, that was a really bad example. But whatever. Perfect example of why you don't just quit a game even when you're behind. You should probably play until the very end. I really don't know what happened to that guy. Maybe he just got real bad cards and was just like, oh man, I can't win this. Because he has Shirvallah or something. I don't know. Shirvallah doesn't win you the game though. Shirvallah is a rush minion. It's not a complete minion. Oh, we have the Druid quest!
Malfurion versus
Give me the coin.
Maiev.
Please give me the coin.
None can escape my fury.
I must
Damn it.
protect the wild.
I did not get the coin. Okay. So. Oh, look at that. We already ticked it once. It is so broken. He plays the thing, we play Doomsayer. Just on tempo. Just on curve, right? Because this deck, you want to be off tempo. Right? You always want to have, like, extra mana crystals. So we're just going to do this. This is really funny to me, how this ends up playing out. Because in normal Hearthstone, you want to maximize as much of your mana cost as possible, right? When you have one extra mana crystal like this, or any extra mana crystals, that's called floating, right? You don't want to float mana, most times. It's real bad to float mana. But in this situation, with this quest, it rewards you for floating mana, right? So we don't want to play that. What we're going to do is, we're just going to hero power, go face, end turn, 3, and then next turn, we complete quest, so we're getting ready to play Doomsayer this turn. The whole purpose of Doomsayer, like this hand couldn't have worked out better. Doomsayer is supposed to do exactly what it is that we're doing. So we play this. We play this just to armor ourselves back up. So now we're back at 30 health. We have one extra mana crystal. And guess what? We completed the quest. We now have Osirian tier. It is online and it goes perfectly into our curve for our Tending Taurens, for our Hidden Oasis. I think out of all the decks, even though this deck is not the quote-unquote best deck, this deck is probably my favorite deck out of all the Whizbang decks. Okay, so he's gaining 2 things here, 2 spells, but we kill his... Oh, wait, does he have a way to kill it? Vendetta. Okay, Vendetta. That's fine. Hello. I am making a tutorial video for my buddy. Alright, so now you see how all these cards are glowing? The cards are glowing because now both choose one effects happen at all times, right? So first things first. We're gonna play this. Oh, it just gives you 1. Okay, that's fine. So he has to trade into that. We don't really care about that. We got Keeper still resolved, which is real good. And I will show you why this is insane next turn. Next turn or the turn after? Probably the turn after. I mean, he's probably going to clear it without having to trade, which is a problem. I mean, it's not a problem, but it's a problem. Okay. Okay. This guy's going to be real sad in a minute.
This guy's toast.
Okay. Dealing 4 to his face. That's cool. I think we want to save Steladris, right? Okay. So while we didn't get the most benefit out of that play, the big play is coming up next turn. We don't care how much damage he does, right? Because we want to play this on this. We'll play Steladris first and this, and then we get another 6/6 for free and a 12. Ooh. Alrighty. Well, that's stupid annoying. Alright, change of plans. Or Druid Lodi. Oh look, That card that I said does ridiculously stupid things.
Rage. It claims me.
Clear. Clear. Okay.
Of course it's the right way.
Not gonna lie, this guy's putting up a pretty good fight. We don't care too much about how much damage he can do to our face yet, because we have a ridiculous amount of power. Wow, this guy's just wasting cards to try to do damage to us.
The Brotherhood shall come.
Oh, that's scary. Alright, well in that case...
Free your mind from its bonds.
Look at that! And we have another one too, in our back pocket. So we can do that again. If he doesn't kill our 2-3, which he probably will.
I wonder.
This is a real scary scenario. It's fine.
How much is this worth to you?
Also fine.
How much is this worth to you?
Alright, I think it's Scenarios time, right? Nope, it's not. Play this first. Clear! Clear! And he's running out of cards.
Give us the money. Don't try anything. Move.
Well, that's annoying. I don't really know what he's planning on doing here with that. That's fine. Alright, now that he has wasted most of the cards in his hand... You just play this... No. Let's play this first. On this. Tending Tarn, which is good. Flipping this floop is insane. He cleared one minion. I don't know how he's getting out of this. Backstab trading. Okay, that's fine. Alright. That's annoying. That's real annoying. Okay. Let's see here. How do we do this? Should we maximize?
The Earth Mother was busy.
I think he just gave up his chance of winning right that. This guy's fighting a futile battle. And here's why. Play Worthy Expedition first. Get another Scenarios just cuz.
Who dares
My greetings.
I don't know how he wins this. I mean, even if he was to get some type of, like, clear, it's not going to go well for him. And we have a second Scenarios in our hand. Like, it's real, we're real hard pressed to lose this game at this point, even with his quest being completed. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's a little better for him. I don't see him winning, though. Oh, wait, maybe? He's looking for a spell that wins him something here. Okay, Shooting Star. That doesn't really do too much. Okay. Okay. Welcome.
Who dares defy this ancient land?
Well, pretty sure he lost. Oh, could be wrong. He might find Twisting Nether. I highly doubt it. But he could win. Well, probably not win, but... Discovering a lackey. Alright, that lackey... he's desperately searching for spells. That gives you the worst anxiety on the planet. So he played a 4-3 to find a spell, found a spell that gave him a lackey, played a lackey to find a spell. What the hell is happening? He's dead. If he had the answer, he would have already picked it. Just a little thing of nuance here. Whenever anybody goes to pick a spell, if they don't immediately just click the first thing that means they live, it's probably because they didn't find what they needed. Yeah, he quit.
Well played.
That's the shameful concede. And I'm not even going to use my minions to win. He almost got me down past 20 health. Oh, just to show how new this account is, I'm not even level 10 with Malfear. Alright, I will play one more Whizbang deck. Oh, and it's the best deck of the meta. And we got the Pocket Galaxy. How awesome is this? There was no editing done to the video at all. This is just what they gave me. So, again, like I said, we're looking for Zephyrus. In the beginning, we want Zephyrus. Chances are he's Battlecry Shaman. I really doubt that he's Murloc Shaman. He could be and then wrecks me completely. Oh, nope, he doesn't even get to do that. Okay, this is not the best Hexlord Malakras. Because all this stuff in my opening hand, I don't really care about that. I definitely don't care about that, and I really don't care about Frostbolt. So when you have the coin and you get Luna's Pocket Galaxy in your opening hand, you want to save the coin to play this exactly on turn 4, every single time. And you want to hope that you don't draw minions, right? Okay, good. Didn't draw a minion. End turn. The reason for that is because you want your minions to cost 1. Just ping, pass. And this is the deck that I have the most experience playing. Doesn't mean that I'm going to win. He's obviously playing an optimized deck. I am not playing an optimized deck. Well, I actually don't know if he's playing an optimized deck. Okay, I'm not sure. No idea. Alright. So we just ping. Actually, we're just going to do this, right? Because if we ping, he develops a board. And then if he develops a board, we play Luna's Pocket Galaxy into a potential board of things that can hurt us, right? So he's going to do 2 damage to us here, and then pass his turn, and then his entire board gets cleared. And it also slowed him down from being able to play something that completes his quest. So while we're not a quest deck, we essentially just completed our very own little micro quest. So now all of these minions here, all these high cost minions, they all cost 1 mana.
Of course it's the right way.
Okay.
Okay. Before the storm.
Alright. He can't complete his quest yet. Alright, now there's a chance that he could have Barista Lynchin in his hand. So, what we're gonna do is, we don't want him to get this back in his deck. And we don't want him to get that back in his deck. So we're gonna ping this. We're gonna hit this with the Frostbolt, believe it or not, and then we're gonna play this to trade into his 2/3, right? If he plays a Battlecry minion, he completes his quest, which means Barista Lynchin, since it's a Battlecry, completes the quest, and then he doesn't get the draw effect off of that. So this card, we don't care if he bounces it. It's fine. So he's now completed his quest. If he plays Barista here, he gets a 1/1 back. Okay, no Barista, he's gonna double Battlecry something, wait, what? Okay. Alright, now this is good for me. Now if he plays Lynchin, he can kill my 3/2, which is okay. And we actually don't mind the Hexlord Malacrass here, even though it's not the best. We're only gonna get 2 cards that are usable. But it's still a 5/5. We're going to get it on turn 7. Kind of running low on cards here. So we want to find... What do we want to find? Ooh, that's dirty. That's real dirty. Oh, well, not so dirty now. We're looking for Calicos. Okay, so that's a real big minion. You just play this. Smack him. Which freezes it. Okay. Gets him 2 lackeys. His hand's full. Luna's Pocket Galaxy no longer does anything in our deck whatsoever. Like, there is not a thing that does. Okay. 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 Oh, there he is. We want to save him for Barista Lynchin, though. We draw Barista Lynchin, this card is the nuts. We save it until we absolutely have to play it, right? So, how do we go about clearing this? Well, very simply. We want to stop him from being able to do crazy shenanigans with his deck, right? So, I think, can we clear this? That does 4 plus 5, yes. We can actually kill this minion now. And if we can find Barista, we can get more value out of this card and this card. But we're kind of running low on resources now. We need to find Arcane Intellect or Acolyte of Pain. Alright, that's a problem, because you can find Hex, you can find board clears like Earthquake, and he gets to play 2 of them. He's kind of not doing a whole lot with his deck, but I'm also not doing a whole lot with mine, and he just missed on a spell there. Okay, so he definitely clears my 5/1. Bloodlust? Bloodlust to clear? No, he can't clear a Bloodlust. he can only clear the 3/6 if he bloodlusts. Okay. Alright, so we have to find a way to stop the AoE. When this situation occurs, you want to prioritize the Battlecry minions because if he is running Barista Lynchin, he can get those back. And we don't want him to get those cards back. We want to kill exactly both 1/1s. Okay. Well, Reno, but we don't play Reno, even though we can play Reno. This does 10 damage to all minions. Enemy minions. Only enemies. You don't want to play that. We want to. Our win condition has now been discovered. We need Barista Lynchin. We get Barista Lynchin. We can play these cards for free, or essentially free, and then get them back. So we play Rotten Apple Bomb. We ping this. We ping or smack that.
I already bear too many cards.
That is a huge card to burn off of him. What that means is that unless he's running 2 of them, I'm clear to play more than 4 minions on the board at any given time. And we played the 4/5, even though it gives us health back. We don't care that we're at 30 health, we just played it to have a body in play, right? Because we have another one here. So it doesn't matter. We're just kind of trying the pace to find a win condition at this point, right? And our win condition is pretty much going to be decided by... Okay, that was stupid of him to play. Our win condition is pretty much going to be decided by if we can get a hold of Barista or not.
The calm before the storm.
Okay, there we go. Oh, he did get 2? Okay, so he gets to... He burns another card unless he has a 0 mana spell. Which all of them are spells that he wouldn't pick up. Okay. Never mind. Frost Nova is not what we're looking for. So we'll play this. And ping it. He's running into a very unique problem where he has too many cards in his hand. So he has to dump things. Mega Wind Fury. Well, that gets fireballed 100% of the time. Or it gets Reno'd. This board could also be Reno'd here, and we could save the fireball. I really don't understand why Mossy Heart is in this deck. I guess it's good against aggro, but there isn't a lot of 2-attack minions that we really care about. In fact, it's more anti-synergy with the stuff that we have in our deck. Alright, Siamat's good. We're starting to build a thing. A thing that wins us the game. Right? So we're not playing these specifically. We're holding them, and we're holding them for a reason, and it's to maximize value potential, right? Because he's going to outvalue us with all of this value he's constantly generating over and over again with his hero power. So we only want to use these cards when it's beneficial for us to do so. You don't want to just throw things out there just because you can, right? Because chances are, with 10 cards in hand, and the fact that his hero power just generates him ridiculous amounts of value, he's going to have an answer for everything that you do. We're looking for Barista. Once we find Barista, we are pretty much 100% guaranteed to win.
Perplexing. Swiftly.
Another thing to keep in note is the reason why I'm trading so much against his minions is because I know that he probably has Stormbringer or other cards like Stormbringer that can actually do proactive things to stop me. Our best draw is Barista. Please, one time. Alright, Flame Strike. I don't really care about that. I guess we'll just ping. Let's just play this. Just to play it. Not really sure why he played that card. I guess to counter Tiamat, because Tiamat pretty much always goes Divine Shield if you can. Oh, no, he just quit the game. How disappointing. All that value. He just knew that there's no way to contend, right? Because my entire deck is free. Everything that I draw after that is like just big stuff, big stuff, big stuff. But we are running at 40 minutes. So that's Whizbang in a nutshell. Now, key things to remember whenever you're playing Hearthstone is the fundamentals, right? You pretty much want to play on curve. You want to maximize the amount of mana that you have available every single turn. And stats are important. Effects are important, but stats are really important. Sometimes the difference between winning a game and losing a game is how many stats do you have in play versus did I get maximum value of the card at hand. So, Tiamat, let's take a look at a card just so I can show you what I'm talking about here, right? We'll just go to my collection. Just so I can see a card that's worth. Card that has a powerful effect but doesn't really matter. Okay, perfect card. Most basic card of them all. Acidic Swamp Ooze, right? Destroy your opponent's weapon. Now, when you play this card into like a mage or a priest or, a druid, this card is no longer destroy your opponent's weapon. This card now becomes a 3/2 vanilla minion for 2 mana, right? Because those classes don't run weapons, okay? Now, if I am in a situation where there is a 1/1 in play on turn 1, and I'm going, it's my turn, I went first, I didn't have a play on turn 1, right? And I'm against, let's say, a warrior, right? Now, warriors do have weapons, right? Actually, the best scenario I can give. One of the biggest warrior cards see, I don't actually own the card that I'm talking about, but one thing they always play on turn 1 is Eternium Rover, right? The only other card that they play on turn 1 is this one, right? Town Crier. So let's say that my opponent plays Eternium Rover on turn 1, which is a very common play against almost every single warrior deck you ever see. It's a 1/3. Okay, whenever this minion takes damage, it gains 2 armor. This card, you don't want to do things like ping it or, he's going to get maximum armor value off of that. Now, he is a warrior, but just because he's a warrior and may have weapons in his deck, it may be beneficial to you to play Acidic Swamp Ooze. What the heck? Where is Ooze? What is this? Why? Oh, I'm still in crafting, that's why. I would play this 3/2 just to contest his 1/3, right? His 1/3 is going to generate him value over turns, whether it's annoying ping damage because he's just going face every turn, and because it's a mech, once he hits turn 5, he can make it into a 4/3 Ziliax with Rush that gains him armor every time that you deal 1 damage to it, right? So, knowing when to play a card because its stats are more important on tempo and on curve is better than letting the 1/3 just repetitively hit you in the face over and over again. Now again, this is situational. If you are playing against a warrior, obviously turn 1 into turn 2, you're not going to really know what kind of warrior you're playing against unless the guy on turn 1 plays Quest, right? In which case you know he's running a lot of weapons. So if he's doing that and playing the Quest, it's probably almost 100% correct to hold Acidic Swamp Ooze for the destroy your opponent's weapon battle cry. But it is important to gain tempo. Hearthstone is a tempo-based game. Tempo means turn 1 you play a 1-drop, turn 2 you play a 2-drop, turn 3 you play a 3-drop. You maximize the amount of mana to pile stats onto the board. And that cannot be overstated. Another very popular example of this would be with, where are you? Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker is a 4/3 for 4 that silences a minion. They may not have a minion to silence, and that's okay. If they have no minions on the board, playing a 4/3 for 4 is good. That's okay to do. Now, it may not be the most amazing thing you can do with this card because Silence a Minion is actually really strong right now, being that there's not a whole lot of silence effects in Hearthstone currently outside of Priest. But this is still a 4/3 body. It's still stats. It's pretty threatening on turn 4 to drop a 4/3 down. They pretty much have to do something about it. They can't just ignore it. It's too much damage. Over 2 turns, this thing does as much damage as a mountain giant. So you have to be proactive against this in most cases. And it makes your opponent make some really awkward and wonky decisions as well. It gets inside their head, and now they have to make a decision. Now, if you held this card back to silence something, because the silence was what you prioritized over the 4/3, and they have a board presence that is uncontested, they just get to send everything face every turn. So sometimes playing the 4/3 for 4, in order to force them to answer it, is better than just not playing anything at all. But these are basic Hearthstone fundamentals. You have to kind of balance it between how good is this effect and do I need this effect right now versus is it more important to play this minion just as a 4/3 body so that I get to present a threat on board. And these things are the micro decisions that make the difference between a really good Hearthstone player and just a Hearthstone player. Anyway, that being said, that's all I have on my tutorial for how to properly play Whizbang the Wonderful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. And have a fun time on ladder.